first take a look at the definition for AOQ. It represents the average percent defective in the outgoing products after inspection, including all accepted and all rejected lots which have been 100% inspected and defectives replaced by non-defectives. It means it contains only the defectives of the accepted lots. It can be proved that if the sample size is much less as compared to lot size, then AOQ is given by PA into P dash, where PA is the probability of acceptance and P dash is equal to fraction defective or proportion defective in the lot. So this is the average outgoing quality. Now take a look at the average. What is the definition of average outgoing quality limit? For any given n, small n, that means sample size, and c, small c means cutoff number, or also you can say a, that means acceptance number. There is a maximum value of AOQ beyond which the average fraction of defectives passed forward will not rise, no matter how bad the quality of the lots when they arrive at inspection. Because when incoming quality is perfect, outgoing quality must likewise be perfect. However, when incoming quality is very bad, outgoing quality will also be perfect, because the sampling plan will cause all lots to be rejected which are subjected at 100% inspection and rectification. Thus, at either extreme, incoming quality very good or very bad, the outgoing quality will tend to be very good. Between these extremes is the point at which the percent of defectives in the outgoing product will reach its maximum. This point is known as the average outgoing limit, or AOQL. Therefore, AOQL is the maximum possible value of the average percentage defectives in the outgoing products after inspection and rectification. So you can understand that average outgoing quality, it is simply the percent defectives in the outgoing product after inspection. It is the average percent defective of the outgoing product after inspection. This is the average out. This represents also the quality of the outgoing product. That's why it is termed as average outgoing quality. Okay. So you know that P dash is equal to fraction defective, and AOQ is given by PA into P dash. We have previously said that P dash means the fraction defective. PA is the probability of acceptance of a lot belong to a particular fraction defective or belong to a particular proportion defective. Okay. And what is the proportion defective? Proportion defective, we have seen in the previous diagrams, the proportion defectives are represented as along the x-axis. Okay. That means how many defective items there could be in a lot. Okay. So the average percent defective in the outgoing product, that is known as, after inspection, that is known as AOQ. Before inspection, it is the percent defective, that is actually the proportion defective P dash. But after inspection, it is that. Now, if the lot is very good, if you deal with very good lot, then obviously your average outgoing quality will also be it will be uh, it will be very good because it will contain less amount of defectives. Okay. Now, if your the percent, if your lot is very bad, that means if there is a lot of defects present in your lot, then the lot will be rejected. So if the lot gets rejected, then it will be undergone, uh, it will undergo 100% inspection, and all the bad items will be replaced by the good items. So in that case also, the percent, the average percent defectives in the outgoing products, that will be very less. So the outgoing quality will tend to be very good. Okay. So that's why you an upper limit will be automatically created. Okay. Where the average percent defectives in the outgoing products will be at a maximum level. Okay, so just take a look at an example, the idea will be clear. Go to the next slide. Here, this is. So we have previously told that there are three different types of OC curves. One is based on hypergeometric distribution, another is based on binomial distribution, and another is based on Poisson distribution. So here we have taken the example of Poisson distribution. So this table refers to the plan small n is equal to 75. That means your sample size is 75. And C is equal to 1. C means the cutoff value or the acceptance number is 1. When capital N is large in comparison with small n. Capital N means the lot size. The lot size is very large as compared to the sample size. The right hand column gives average outgoing quality AOQ for each assumed percent defectives in submitted lots. The maximum value of AOQ is 1.12% occurring when submitted lots are 2.2% defective. The maximum value of AOQ is the AOQL. So here you can see that the percent defectives in the submitted lot, that means the P dash value, the fraction defectives or the proportion defectives of the in the lot that are given. Okay, so suppose 0.4%, 1%, 1.4% like this, up to 3.5%, the proportion defectives are given. Okay. So the thing is that you can calculate the probability of acceptance very easily for different types of proportion defectives. How can you calculate? Because you know the value of small n, which is the sample size is 75. For all these cases, n is equal to 75. Okay. So the NP dash value, this you can calculate, which is actually the mean value of the distribution of the Poisson distribution. In Poisson distribution, the mean is given by, we know, NP dash NP, okay, or NP dash. So, or it is also sometimes it is termed as lambda value. So the NP dash you can calculate n into P dash. So you automatically all the NP dash values you can calculate. And C, the cutoff values for all these cases, it will be 1. So here the small d, that is the number of here you have seen that in this particular formula we have shown, okay, that for d represents the number of defectives in the sample. Okay, so this value you know, so it will be equal to C. Okay, the cutoff, maximum cutoff values. So you put here 1 dash. So automatically the probability of acceptance value you can calculate. These are based on the Poisson distribution. Okay. All these are based on the Poisson distribution. And this is basically, it is coming from a continuous process. So probability of acceptance you can calculate. And now you can also calculate the average outgoing quality, AOQ, which is given by 100 into P dash into PA. Okay, so P dash you know, and the probability of acceptance that you also know. So you can also calculate the AOQ. So different AOQ values are tabulated here. And alternatively, there is also a chart or table by means of which you can calculate the probability of acceptance value for different NP dash values. For example, suppose if your NP dash is equal to 1.5, your NP dash value, suppose it is 1.5, and your cutoff value is 1. Okay, so it will come out to be 0.558, the probability of acceptance, PA value. Here you can see it is 0.558. So you can see here also 0.558 for 1.5 NP dash and C is equal to 1 value. So using this table also, you can calculate all these values. Now, you can see that if you have a look at all the AOQ's values, you can see that when the P dash values are less, 0.41, 1.4, the probability, that means the defectives in the lot or proportion defectives or fraction defectives are less, automatically the probability of acceptance will be high. So the probability of acceptance is high, 0.963, 0.827, 0.718, like that. And when the proportion defectives will be high in the lot, the probability of acceptance will go less. It's like 0.441, 0.343, 0.262, like that. Now you are, in case of AOQ, basically you are multiplying these two terms. Okay, so when you are multiplying, you can see that here the values are actually increasing first. Initially 0.385, 0.827, 0.1005. So the effect of P dash or the proportion defective is less, or the effect of probability of acceptance is more. That's why your AOQ values, they are it is actually, it is increasing. Okay, it is increasing, but after a certain point you can see that 1.098, 1.116, 1.120, this is the highest value for 2.2% percent defective, 1.12. Then again it is decreasing, 1.10 to 1.029, 0.917, it is decreasing. Why it is decreasing? Because the probability of acceptance is actually, it is going less. So that's why the value of AOQ is actually it is decreasing, because if there are very high amount of defectives, then automatically your probability of acceptance will be less. So that's why the AOQ value, it will actually decrease. So so what you are observing from this here, that at 2.2% proportion defective, Okay, the AOQ, maximum AOQ limit, that means average maximum possible value of average percent defectives in the outgoing products after inspection, maximum possible value of the average percent defective in the outgoing products after inspection and rectification, that you can achieve. So maximum the defectives that could be in the outgoing products, that could be 1.12%. For when submitted lots are 2.2% defective. Okay, that means from the process, if the process runs at 2.2% defective level, okay, then the average percent defective in the lot, in the outgoing lot after inspection, that will be 1.12%. Now take a look at the curve, how to draw it. Here they have shown it for binomial presentation. Okay, but you can also do it for the, you can plot it for the Poisson distribution, you can also plot it, no problem. Along x-axis you will represent the proportion defectives, and along y-axis you will represent the AOQ, average outgoing quality. So if you plot all these things, average outgoing, you will see that at a particular point of time, the maximum value of AOQ will be termed as AOQL, and at which proportion defective you can get it, that also you can identify. Okay. So suppose here in this particular case, you can see that at 0.3% proportion defective, the value of AOQ is highest. You will get maximum amount of defectives in the outgoing products after inspection, and before that your defectives will be lesser because you have proportion, your proportion defective is also less, and when the proportion defectives will be very high, at that point of time also your defectives will be less, because your products will undergo 100% inspection in case of rejection. So you can plot different proportion defectives values, you can put in one column, and just like that here you can put all the n values, c values, impedance values you can also calculate. You give the function for the Poisson distribution, you will be able to calculate all the PA values, and AOQ formula you put, you can also calculate the AOQ values, then you plot this curve. And also there is a concept called average total inspection. Okay, so average total inspection, it is basically required to determine the cost associated with that. Okay, so in this case along x-axis the proportion defectives are represented, and also the average total inspection that you will plot along y-axis. And what is the formula for average total inspection? You don't need to derive the formula, just know that the formula for average total inspection is given by small n plus 1 minus PA within bracket into capital N minus small n. Okay, and you can plot this curve. And you will see that there is an interesting thing to notice, that if the proportion defectives in your lot it is less, then obviously your average total inspection cost will also be less. Okay, but when your AOQ, so same for the AOQ. Okay, so initially you can see that your AOQ was less, and obviously your uh, average total inspection cost, that will also be less. Now at a particular point of time AOQL, you will see that your cost will also is going to increase as your AOQ increases. Okay, and that is quite natural because your the defectives, the proportion defective is being more, so that's why automatically your cost will increase. But interesting to note that after AOQL, okay, your the AOQ values, that will be decreasing. That will be decreasing after a certain point, 1.12, your AOQ values will decreasing, but your average total inspection cost will not actually decrease. That is to be noted. So why this phenomena happens? Because you will have to the more that there will be the proportion defectives in the lot, maybe it will go there is a probability that the lots will be rejected, and in those cases if it goes through undergo 100% inspection, then obviously the bad items will be replaced and the quality of the lot will be improved. But the problem is that it will also incur a very high cost, because you are going for 100% inspection for the defective product. So whenever the proportion defectives will be too much in your lot, that means from the process, automatically there will be a scope of rejecting, there will be high probability of rejecting the lots, and also your cost will go up. Okay, so automatically your average total inspection will also it will go high. So this is the thing that we have discussed so far, and there is also another topic called Dodge roaming system. Okay, there in Dodge roaming system there are some tables. From that table we can actually determine directly that which particular samples size we should select and what should be the values of AOQL or LTPD. But that is I have told you earlier that I am keeping Dodge roaming table out of our syllabus. Okay, the Dodge roaming system will be out of the syllabus. So your syllabus will be up to this AOQ and AOQL for this particular module. Okay, but not after these slides. I am not saying this after those slides. These are out of syllabus. There is obviously the other concepts are there called Lean Six Sigma, but Lean Six Sigma I have not discussed earlier. It has I have told you that I have given you a link, and you will go through that particular video, and you will be answering the questions, and also Lean Six Sigma was in your syllabus of CAT 2. Okay. So If you have any query, you can ask me.